Assalamu alaikum or welcome if you're new. Today we're talking on a very interesting topic about women converting to Islam. If you've been considering converting to Islam or you just want to learn more about Islam, this video is definitely for you. Islam is literally the fastest growing religion in the world. Every single year, so many people choose to convert to Islam, and the majority of them are women.
Assalamu alaikum. My heart is breaking. Oh brothers and sisters, my soul is aching. Brothers and sisters, did you know that so many people are leaving Islam every day? Why would anybody leave such a beautiful religion? Why would they choose to become a sick disbeliever instead? A'udhu billah. Brothers and sisters, 100,000 Muslims are leaving Islam every single year.
Over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
I'm telling you, this is serious stuff. This is not a joke.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters.
Yes, we say that there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, and Islam is growing day by day. But the standard narrative
Has holes.
and we are not proud of that.
And we're not proud of that.
Apostates are everywhere. They are among us. There are even people who memorize the Quran.
They are copies of the Quran.
The youth are full of doubts.
Our youth are full of doubts.
And we tell them, doubts? What doubts, man?
Doubts? What doubts, man?
Have some guts, be a man.
Have some guts, be a man.
But nobody is answering their questions.
And nobody's answering their questions.
We tell them to stop questioning and to stop being emotional, and we tell them to be a Chad.
Be a Chad, you can do it, I believe in you.
But instead, they choose to be bad.
We've seen this happen, unfortunately. We've seen this happen to a lot of people.
If it continues like this, your child is gonna become an apostate.
Your child is going to become an apostate.
Imagine your child, the child that you are raising, could end up with the disbelievers, with the kuffar, and go to hellfire.
Hellfire will want to swallow them!
Hellfire will roast them,
Roast them!
toast them,
Toast them!
break them,
Break them!
shake them.
Shake them!
Hellfire
Hellfire
will annihilate them.
will annihilate them!
And the rest of us will be watching.
We'll be watching.
Brothers and sisters, we must act now. We must do something about this. And what you can do is to donate to our channel so that we can do something.
May Allah keep us firm, never let us go astray. May Allah keep our children firm.
If we don't take constructive steps now, this is going to become an avalanche,
It is going to become an avalanche,
a tsunami.
a tsunami.
The apostates, they are everywhere. They don't make it public, they hide it. They are leading prayers.
They are leading prayers in the masjid,
They are still living the life of a religious Muslim.
and they are still leading that life while simultaneously declaring they're apostates.
Brothers and sisters, if you feel as strongly about this as I do, then please donate to us and our cause. You can make a one-time donation or a monthly donation. Please be generous. Please give whatever you can so that we can take the responsibility and alhamdulillah spread apostasy. Donate now. Help now. You may even receive many gifts in heaven, in paradise, in Jannah. You can get a house next to me or next to some other very good looking man. You have an opportunity right now. On this haram new year, you can do something halal and donate your money to us. So
So this lady, she is so excited, and Islam is the fastest growing religion. I don't want to talk about how you look like when you say that. I will leave people to say that. But you know, okay, let us say, I don't know, like, I mean, the fastest growing religion may be atheism, you know. Islam is dying. I mean, don't you see? Are you an idiot? Are you stupid or what? Don't you see what happened in the Muslim country? Nobody want to practice Sharia law. You see, Islam is different from Christianity. Well, in Christianity, we don't have a state where we rule. Like the Jews, they have that. The Muslim, they have that. We don't. So if you don't follow the law of Islam, that means you are not Muslim. You are not living in Islam. Islam is not just, you know, two words, we speak them and we make a speech. However, in the video, most of it is about donate to me. She have an orphan, donate to me, supposedly. And I'm sure she never been in those orphan area. But anyway, this is her business, you know. This is what I notice about all those who claim to be a convert, is like donate to me and support us so you can go to heaven. Well, if you donate to me, you will not go to heaven. This is not me. You cannot bribe God. In Islam, you can. And this is showing you the sign of corruption. in this religion. But I want to show you what this lady, she said, which I find very interesting. I did not notice that Islam teach women and men equality. I never thought about this before, but Alhamdulillah, she did enlighten me. I don't know. And you know, she spoke about she have relationship with Allah and she have a communication with Allah. Okay. I don't know how that happened, because even your prophet himself never spoke to Allah, never heard Allah's voice. And when you mention what?
Reason number 1. Islam provides a sense of spiritual fulfillment.
How you can have a spiritual fulfillment with your God himself is not a spirit. You see, when we say spirit, to connect in a spiritual way, I have to be connecting to something is a spirit too. Not steel to spirit, not concrete to spirit. You cannot do that. So in order to have a religion which is a spiritual, you have to have a spirit God, but your God is not a spirit. If you don't believe me, I'm sure you do not know that because you're an idiot. You can go right now, search in Google, Prophet Google, peace be upon him. Search like, does Allah have a spirit? Is he a spirit? He have a spirit? You will see the answer, no. So how you lie claiming that you have a spirit or a spiritual relationship with Allah when your God himself is not even a spirit, which means spirituality and Islam, they don't match together. Islam is a physical religion based in physical action and physical behavior. So in order to be a Muslim, you don't need to even believe in Allah. You just say the Shahada, and we will show you that from the Quran. But this is Islamic question and answer. It says here in the top, Islamic question and answer, Islam QA.info. You can go, and I will post the link in the chat. He's debating with a Christian asking, does God, which means Allah, have a spirit? The answer, no. You know, praise be to Allah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then the answer is very simple. Allah is not a spirit. He have nothing to do with the spirit, and he is not, never was. So when you say he is a spirit, that, or a spiritual relationship, that's against the nature of Islam, because in order to have a spiritual relationship, you have to connect to a spirit, and that's not your God. He says here, this is your imams, and those are your scholars, not the blondie girl from New Zealand. The spirit or soul is not one of the attributes of Allah, rather than one of the things have been created by Allah. So you have a spirit, he don't have a spirit. So you lady, you are fooling yourself, lying to yourself, speaking about spiritual. Secondly, how you can have a spiritual relationship with God? He is unknown to you. All what you know about him, that his name is Allah. Even Muslims do not know who is Allah. All what you know is the name. Do you know anything else? Did he even spoke to Muhammad, came to Muhammad, show himself to Muhammad? No. Allah, or Allah, is a ancient God, exists long before Islam, and even the Quran mentioned that the mushrikeen, who they are pagan, they worship Allah too, and Allah have 3 daughters. So here I wonder, was the mushrikeen who have 3 daughters of Allah, they have a spiritual relationship with Allah too? Weird. And then when she, after she mentioned that, she jumped to different topic. She claimed that Islam gave women equality. Let me go. We don't want to play the whole video. You can watch it yourself. It's funny and stupid. You know. What is number 2? Which part number 2? She don't have. Let's see here, maybe here. I don't know.
The right to own and inherit property.
Oh, okay. So now she starts talking about women's rights. Okay.
Reason number 2. Islam promotes gender equality. Islam?
Absolutely. Islam promote gender equality. It sounds like, you know, feminine movement, hippie, you know, Islam promote what? You know what? I think I'm getting old, and I did not hear it correctly. Did I hear what you just said right? Islam promote what? It can't be true. You must be sure from what you are saying.
We want things to be laid out and explained, and Islam gives that to so many.
Yeah, as an example, Islam explained to you how you can beat your wife, which is really fantastic, you know. But we will go to that later.
Many women, including me. Reason number 2, Islam promotes gender equality. Islam promotes gender equality, which basically means that both men and women are equal in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, who dare to say this is not true?
Women and men are equal. This is totally un-Islamic. This is totally wrong.
What? By the way, I never saw this video before. I just search. Are women and men are equal in Islam? And this is Sheikh Asim al-Hakim. He have 753,000 and he live in Saudi Arabia. But I have to give you a credit, you know, I'm sure you know more than him. I mean, who is this guy? He's an idiot. You know, there is no way that this Sheikh with his beard, he knew more than you. I mean, look at you. Your knowledge is dripping. Your faith is whipping. Your education is hipping. So in Islam, women and men are equal. That's hot. Look like, lady, you are giving us a new religion we never heard of. Do you think this guy is an idiot? Maybe he's Islamophobic. You know what? I think he's an Islamophobic. And it's funny, she spoke about Islamophobia in the video, but she forgot that the Muslims are forbidding Christians from preaching the gospel. Who is the one who have a phobia? If you have a gospel, they will arrest you. If you celebrate Christmas, they will arrest you. If you establish even a church inside your home, they will kill you. And they speak about phobia. We are the one who have a phobia, not them. Lady, I will get back to you, but I want to see this Islamophobic Sheikh, what he is saying about women being equal to men. You know, for some reason his voice is not right. I think because he have no equal internet.
A lot of the women and the men thinking that this is a prime concept in Islam. Women and men are equal. This is totally un-Islamic. This is totally wrong. It's not even logical. How can they be equal? In Islam, in the Quran, Allah says clearly, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى. And
what? The Quran says that? Liar. It doesn't say that, CP. The Quran said, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى. But the lady from New Zealand, she said, no, they are equal. You know what? I think this guy, he have a fake Quran. There is no way there is such a statement in the Quran. Are you kidding me? Quran say that? Let me get you busted. It doesn't say that. Let us go to the Quran and see if the Quran says that or not. Chapter 3, verse number 36. Yes, female is not the same as a male. It turned to be true. But you know what? I know what he is doing. He is taking it out of context. I know you, Sheikh. You are Islamophobia. You think he can fool us, potato? We got you busted. You are taking the verse out of context.
A male is not similar to a female. They're different. But nowadays, people who don't have Islamic background, people who have never touched the Quran or finished it.
What are you talking about? Are you telling me this woman never touched the Quran? By the way, according to the Quran, if you touch women and shit, you cannot pray or touch the Quran. just to let you know, the Quran said, if you come back from al-gha'it, or you touch a woman, you cannot even pray, and for sure you cannot touch the Quran. And I find it very nice of Allah that He put women and shit in the same time, in the same line in the Quran. It's chapter, 4, verse number 43, it says that if you touch women or come back from shit, and here the Muslim, look at the translation, what they say. It's not even there. What sexual impurity? What the heck is that? It says actually here, yeah, it says janaba. So this is true. The other verse doesn't say that. And there here, continue. And if you are in trouble in the road, and if you want to pray, supposedly, if you don't find water, use sand, which is weird. And then it says, if you came from the answer of nature, or you are in contact with women, and here between two brackets they say bisexual relationship, absolutely false. Nowhere it says that. Nowhere it says that. That's a fabrication. So as you see, Islam make women equal to shit. It is back to the phobia, Sheikh, who is not telling the truth about Islam.
In their lives, let alone studied it. They come and say, no, Islam promotes equality between the genders. This is not right. Islam promotes and endorses justice and fairness. So a woman has a role that a man cannot do, and a man has roles that women cannot do.
Let us see what a man can do and what women cannot do in Islam. That's a good thing. As an example, in Islam, you can beat your wife. The woman cannot beat her husband. And this is in the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 34.
This verse is not telling a man how to hit or beat up his wife. This is telling how a man or a husband how to defend himself against his wife.
Man, Mimi Hijab, he turned the verses in chapter 4, verse number 34, that the man is a victim. And you know what? I can tell. A woman like this, she can beat her husband so easy. So the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 34, is about a man protecting himself from women harm. You know that women, they wear high heels. It's not a secret. We know that women, they have long nails. It's not even, they don't even hide it. And even these days, they are buying things which is very harmful. Long, fake lashes. Do you think they buy them for nothing? Good luck. So, Mimi Hijab saying the man is defending himself. Let us go to the hadith and see what the hadith says about women. And what is the proof of what he is saying. This is the hadith where actually the reason for the verses to come down about beating the women happened. This lady from New Zealand, she said, I can't explain to you how happy I am, relationship with Allah, how it's good to be a Muslim woman. But all the evidence says the opposite. And as you see, this is Aisha, the wife of your prophet. She is the first-hand experience of how happy Muslim woman is. Rafa divorced his wife, whereupon Abdul Rahman ibn Zubayr, etc., married her. Aisha, she said, that one lady came to her wearing a green veil and complained to her, to Aisha, of her husband, and showed her green spots on her skins caused by beating. Now we will see if this guy defending himself from his aggressive wife, as Mimi Hijab, he said. It was the habit of ladies to support each other. How filthy ladies are you? Support each other against the will of Allah? Shame on you. May Allah make you lose your eyelashes. So when Allah Messenger came, Aisha, she said, I have not seen any suffering as much as a believing women. But this lady in her video, she said that women in Islam is perfect. Islam is perfect for women. Aisha, she said that in the time of Muhammad, the most suffering women is not non-Muslim women. No, it is a Muslim women. And what they are talking about, look, her skin is greener than her clothes because she don't want to sleep with him. As simple as that. she married this guy so she can go to previous husband, because there's a verse in the Quran, disrespect women and make her treat her like a whore. So if a man divorces his wife 3 times, she cannot come back to the previous husband unless a new husband, excuse my language, F her, not marry her. Because as you see, this man here, he married her, still she can't go back unless the Prophet explained, unless he F her. If we read together, we will see, this is the 50th verse of the Quran, treating women as a piece of garbage, as if she is a donkey. Male, they jump on her, no respect. And the funny, she said, Islam protect women. Is that how you protect women? So now this poor woman, she want to go back to her previous husband because she have kids from him. I'm sure she don't care for the husband, she care for the kids. So, but she cannot come back unless she F a new husband, not only marry him. So what this poor woman, she did, as you see chapter 2, verse number 230, the Quran made a condition that if a man divorces his wife, which means for the 3rd time, she is not lawful for him until she marry a new husband. Here the word married, translation for the word tankah, which means to F, not to marry. That's false, because already he is a husband. So he is a husband, she have to F the new husband. And this is what we see here in the story, that this woman, she married the husband, but she don't want him to have sex with her. And I'm talking about not just sex, I'm talking about the F word, because this is what tankah mean. Excuse my language. So here the woman, she refused to sleep with the man, and then when Muhammad learned the story, he listened to the husband, he listened to the wife, he never asked the man, why you did beat your wife? Never asked the husband even, why you are beating her, man? In fact, Muhammad, he said, no man should be questioned for why he is beating his wife. So I find it very deceiving of you to say that Islam treats you and men equally, because I cannot believe that you are married to a Muslim man, and this is why you converted to Islam, and you make it as a business. You never heard that the man in Islam can beat his wife. You never heard that the man in Islam can have 4 wives. You cannot have 4 husbands. How you are equal if he can have 4 wives and you cannot have? Can you have 4 men? Can you beat the man the same as he can beat you? Chapter 4, verse 34. Then if you can, okay, that's mean you are equal. Do you even inherit? She mentioned in the video that a Muslim woman, she inherit. In the Quran, a woman, she inherit half of the man. Not equal. But look what Muhammad said. Umar reported, and this is the caliphate of Allah, and the Muslim, they claim he is so just man. A man, the Prophet saying, a man will not be asked about why he beat his wife. Muslim women, they are enjoying the equal gender. And who is teaching that? A blonde woman from New Zealand, married to a Muslim man. Just wait until he go to the Middle East and he get a brand new wife. She is in the age of your daughter. And then I want you to make a video about it.
Which means that both men and women are awarded the same rights. And
they are what? The same rights? Even in heaven you will be just a sex toy. He will have all the females and you will be one of his females.
Privileges
Privilege.
under Islam. Islam granted women so many rights.
No way. Tell us, like what?
That were not afforded to women of other faiths and other...
No way. Man, Islam did beat Christianity. Like in Christianity, you know, Jesus, he spoke about the husband. When he married the wife, they will become one. And he will give his life to his family, the same as Jesus gave himself to the church. Which means in Christianity, the woman, she became equal to the church. And the man, he sacrificed his life for his family and his wife. In Islam, do you have that? She is saying, yes, even better, way better. What are you talking about?
Cultural backgrounds at the time of its revelation. For example, Islam gives women the right to education.
Oh boy. You know what? I like this statement. Islam gave the women the right of education. Can you give me the reference, lady? You know, when those people, they say things, okay, you will not find one person in the text underneath saying, okay, sister, can you show us where in Islam it says women, they have right to education? It's just a question, you know. When you say Islam, it is in the text of Islam, it's in the teaching of Muhammad. As I know, it is the opposite. The only education a Muslim woman she can have, that she can learn how to swing clothing, and Quran. And not only that, Aisha, she said, don't teach them even how to write and read. Let us find the hadith, because maybe we are making things up. Maybe. In fact, not only, just a correction, Aisha should not say, teach them the Quran, teach them only the chapter of An-Nur, only one chapter in the Quran. All right. So let us go to the hadith. Let us see first if we can find it in English before we go. We knew that Taliban, they closed a school. The first thing they did when they took over the government, they closed schools. Why? Because this is what the wife of the Prophet said, that the Prophet said that don't teach them how to write, how to read. Don't teach them how to write, how to read. Don't make them live in rooms, and don't teach them to write. So when you say that Islam give command to teach women, to educate women, why nobody is asking you where you get this from? Did your Prophet send Aisha to school when he married her at the age of 6? Did she? What education we are talking about? So I find it very embarrassing that you are saying things far away from the truth.
The right to own and inherit property.
The right to own and inherit a property. Well, you see, Muslim women, she have the right to inherit property. Yeah, I just heard about this guy Hakimi, who his wife divorced him and she is a Muslim, to avoid his wife to take 50% of his income, because this is what the Christians gave the wife. He put it in the name of his mother. But let us see how Islam gives you the right to inherit. According to the Quran, a woman, she inherit half of the man. But remember, she said, not me, that women and men are equal. So then we should have equal inheritance. Correct? Women in Islam, she can inherit. She can inherit. But in reality, women in Islam inherit nothing. And I'll explain to you why. So let us say that your husband, he passed away and he have $100. $25 goes for the wives. If they don't have children, you will take the half, if you see in the verse here. That means the 4 wives will have, they will not inherit the man. They will have only the half, the 4 wives. So now the half will be divided to 4. If they have children, and there is no way there's 4 women, none of them have children. If they have a child, you will get the 4th, just 1 child, from any of them. So when this woman, she speak about the women and men are equal, where is the equality? And then there is other cases, as you see. And by the way, Islamic division of inheritance, it's impossible. Nobody can practice it. If you do the grammar, if you do the calculation, you will find that what Muhammad just said here is so stupid, it's impossible. Nobody can practice it. Nobody can practice it. A different verse in the Quran talking about the kids inheriting their father. Here we are talking about wives. In the chapter 4, verse number 11, if we go just to the verse before it, it says that the male inherit twice as the female.